Natural mathematics is another thing that causes everyone to have a disadvantage in trading. So pay very close attention to this one because chances are you have never heard of this and you will probably never hear about this because I don't hear anyone really talk about this except of course the institutional traders who know the importance of this. So the way it works is because of natural mathematics, you will lose all of your money over a long period of time if you risk your balance, if you risk a percentage of your balance instead of a dollar amount. So let me explain what I mean, okay? Let's just say you have $100,000, for example, and you risk, let's just say 1%. It doesn't really matter how much you risk, but let's just say 1% in this example. That means if you lose the first trade, you're now at 99K. Well, if you win the second trade and you risk 1% again, but of the new balance, which is 99K, that means you're only at like $99,990. So you're still not at break even though you have a 50% win rate. You lost the first trade, you won the second trade, you should be at even, but instead you're at $99,990, so you're still overall down from your original balance. And that's a disadvantage. So the reason is because when you lost a trade, you lost 1% of 100K, and now you're at 99. So when you won the next trade, you only won 1% of 99K. So of course you're going to be below your starting average. Now the way this works is even if your first trade was a winner and your second trade was a loser, it doesn't matter because over a long period of time, your balance will always ultimately hit zero. And this is mathematically proven. So how do you avoid this? Well, what you want to do is risk a dollar amount. So let's just say you're at 100K and you want to risk 1%, which is 1K. Then just do 1K per trade. So let's just say you lose the first 10 trades. And now that means you lost $1,000 10 times, which means you're down at 90K now. So you have a $90,000 balance, right? Well, if you win the next 10 trades, but you're risking 1% of your new balance, you're not going to get back at break even if you win the next 10 trades in a row. So, even with a 50% win rate, you're below even. What you want to do is risk 1% of the original balance. What was the original balance? 100K. What's 1% of it? 1K. So with 90K, you should be making or losing 1K per trade. So now you lost the first 10 trades, you're at 90K. If you win the next 10 trades, you're back at 100K. You see how this way you don't have any natural mathematical disadvantage. So things like these, a lot of people don't pay attention to. They don't try to figure out the disadvantages and advantages that they have as traders, and that's why they're not profitable. So this is really, really important to understand. If you guys didn't understand what I just said, just watch this video again. Make sure you understand it. And remember, this is also why you want to use a position size calculator because, you want to be very precise with your risk. You don't want to accidentally risk more or less than 1% or of that dollar amount, whatever it is. You always want to use a position size calculator and be as accurate as you possibly can on the amount of money that you're risking. You don't want to, leave any room for error in that regards, okay? Because these small things do add up over a long period of time.